Hey everyone, it's Phil Frost from Main Street ROI. I want to welcome you to today's presentation called How Partnering with Main Street ROI Can Help Grow Your Marketing Agency. As always, we'll start with some housekeeping. I urge everyone to post questions to the Q&A section in GoToWebinar. This should be in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And I always recommend you turn off distractions. You'll get the most out of this if you're not also checking email or scrolling through your Facebook feed. And a little bit about Main Street ROI. If this is your first webinar, you're probably wondering who we are. We were founded in 2010 in New York City. Our office here is on 23rd, basically 23rd and 6th Ave. We have a team throughout the United States. We've got team members in New York City, in Connecticut, New Jersey, Florida, Michigan, and Texas. And our primary services that we provide to businesses are SEO, search engine optimization, Google AdWords, setup and management, Facebook ads, setup and management, as well as WordPress development. And then we have a couple add-on services. We do help some clients with their email marketing as well as social media marketing. And the breakdown of who we work with, about 80% of our clients are what we call Main Street businesses. Those are the businesses that about 20 years ago would be advertising in the yellow pages. And then roughly 20% of our clients are basically everything else from e-commerce businesses to software, for example, software as a service type businesses, manufacturing, basically a wide variety of different types of clients that we work with, not just Main Street businesses. And that is my mugshot there. Again, my name is Phil Frost. I'm the founder of Main Street ROI. And you just heard about what we do. We've helped over 2,000 businesses with their digital marketing. Not only do we provide services, we also do provide a lot of training. For example, if you go to mainstreetroi.com/training, you'll see a ton of training courses on different marketing tactics. We do a different live training every month, and then those are available on our site. And we also provide a lot of free information on our blog and via our email newsletter. And my thought leadership has been featured in sites like Forbes, Inc., Amex, as well as Mashable. Greg had a question here, just popped up. Do you help clients on Amazon? We haven't had a client focused on Amazon, and I assume, Greg, you're talking about Amazon ads. So that's not really our core competency. Primarily on the ads side, we focus on Google AdWords, Bing, and Facebook ads. And I'm also a very proud father of 2 cute kids. That's Violet on the left. She's just over 5 years old now. Emmett on the right. He is going to be 3 April 2nd. And we are actually going to a place called Diggerland this weekend to celebrate his birthday a little bit early. I've never been there. I don't even know where it is. I think it's like 2 hours away, but he is fired up. It's basically a place where you can go and it's like an amusement park with lots of trucks. And my beautiful wife, Erin, in the middle there. We live on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And again, the office is on 23rd and 6th. All right, so let's dive in. We're going to talk about how partnering with Main Street ROI can grow your marketing agency. We're going to talk about why choose Main Street ROI, how we can help agencies grow, go through our 2 partner programs, go through some case studies, give an overview of our services and fees, walk through next steps, and we'll have live Q&A. All right, so first, why choose Main Street ROI? There's 6 reasons here. First is that we're an industry authority. I already mentioned we provide a lot of training And our thought leadership is published on a lot of big news sites. We provide results. That's obviously important to clients. We use the reason we provide results because we use a proven process. We're very process oriented. Basically, what we explain in our courses, in our training, what we teach on our blog and our newsletter, we put to practice in our business. And we have a lot of systems in place to ensure, for example, ad campaigns are set up correctly before we launch them, make sure everything is set up properly from an SEO perspective. Each service has its own checklist, and then we have a process to go through. With that in mind, though, we're not cookie cutter, so we don't apply the same exact steps to every single business. Different businesses need different things when it comes to SEO as well as advertising. For example, on the ad side, you're going to have a different offer for your business, different unique selling propositions, different copy, and different landing pages. So we do customize our work, and we customize our work on a monthly basis as well, based on results. So each month, we provide reports to our clients. In those reports, not only are we giving the stats and the performance metrics, but we're also explaining the analysis of that data and next steps based on that analysis. We're also not a black box. That's one of the key differentiators for us as an agency. Something that frustrates me a lot is when agencies are more of a black box and aren't transparent with both what they're doing as well as what they're charging their clients for. So we're basically on the complete opposite end of that spectrum. We're an open book as far as what we're doing. We're very transparent. In fact, we lay it all out in our training, so it's open to the public, and as well as our pricing and our fees are very transparent. We break out, for example, ad costs versus the management fee that you would pay us for our services. And last but not least, we're responsive. I know that's a big complaint with a lot of clients that come to us for services. They're not happy with their previous agency or the previous consultant that they're working with wasn't responsive, and that's something we work hard to do each week, is just be as responsive to clients as possible, getting back to them no later than 24 hours, and just being very attentive to our clients. Next, how can we help agencies grow? And there are 5 ways, just based on our experience working with other agencies and consultants. Typically boils down to these 5 different approaches. The first one here will help agencies when they have a certain minimum that where they work with clients only if they have a certain minimum budget. A lot of times, because we work with a lot of smaller businesses, we're able to provide services at a lower minimum cost, minimum fee. So we found that to be a very beneficial partnership with other agencies where, let's say, they have a $2,000 a month minimum, and they're talking with prospective clients that don't reach that minimum level. Then they refer those prospects who they would otherwise just say no to. They can refer them to us, and then we pay commissions on those referrals. Second way we work with agencies is to help them with overflow. Some agencies just get swamped. This is especially true for smaller agencies and consultants, where they can only handle X number of clients per month. But then when prospects, prospective clients are coming to them for additional services. Unfortunately, they can't handle it, but we give them the option for that overflow. They can give it to us either as a referral or as a white label relationship, which I'll get to in a minute. We also help agencies expand. For example, we work with SEO-specific agencies that only provide SEO services. We can provide the advertising services to their clients, and vice versa. PPC specialists, agencies may not have the SEO expertise and will help their clients on the SEO side. Fourth way we work with agencies is what we call white label services, where it's basically fulfillment behind the scenes. Looks like it's another service that that agency is providing. It's under their brand, and we're behind the scenes, and basically the client doesn't know that we're actually providing those services. The fifth way is when agencies have non-competes or exclusivity agreements. This has been a situation with some of the agencies that we've partnered with. They can't work, let's say they already work with an attorney in a specific neighborhood or city, and they're under a contract not to work with another attorney in that specific area, but they have a prospective client looking for their services. They can then refer that over to us, and then they're not having to have any issues with their non-compete. All right, so with that in mind, we have two different types of partnerships. First one I already mentioned, referral partner program. That's a good fit if you're looking to be upfront as far as just saying, hey, we don't provide that service, but Main Street ROI can help you. You could refer clients to us and earn a commission on those referrals. And then the second type of partnership is a white label or reseller type program, where you're basically buying services from us and then reselling or marking up those services and then selling under your brand. So it looks like you're offering those services under your brand, and we would then be the fulfillment behind the scenes. I do want to make a note that some of our partners are actually both. We have a partner where we are basically the white labeled fulfillment on the SEO side, but then this particular partner is open with the clients as far as not providing advertising services. So those are referred to us, and it's very clear that we're providing the ad services, and we're behind the scenes on the SEO side. I want to walk through a couple partner case studies so you can see how this works. And this is one of our partners is a PR and marketing agency in Texas, and basically they're great on the sales side and don't have a big fulfillment team. So they came to us and wanted to have a white label fulfillment partner. So they have capacity for sales, don't have capacity for fulfillment. We partnered up. We're the fulfillment arm of their business. They handle the sales side, and we fulfill behind the scenes. So we basically worked with them, with their sales team, to develop pricing and service packages that would work for their target market. And again, we manage the fulfillment behind the scenes. We provide monthly reporting with their brand, their logo on there, and our partner just has to handle the client communications. So we ultimately eliminated that fulfillment bottleneck. They didn't have to hire in-house, and it was obviously much faster for them, much more scalable. They would then be able to sell and fulfill very quickly. And just looking back over the past 2 years, we've provided over $100,000 in marketing services from a fulfillment standpoint, and then they obviously have their markup. And I just saw a question come in. This one was from Chris. Let me just make sure this is addressed. White label includes project management, data gathering directly with customer. So traditionally, on our white label side, we don't interact with the client just because our partners don't want it to be out in the open that we're providing fulfillment. However, that doesn't have to be the case. In some cases, and this is more what we call the reseller side. That's why I said it was white label or reseller. Some people like to have more of a reseller relationship where it's open, out in the open, as far as, we're doing the fulfillment. We talk to the client. That's not an issue. And then the client is paying our partner, and then our partner is buying services from us. So we've been calling that more of a reseller situation versus white label. With white label, it's basically there's a curtain. We're behind the curtain. Nobody knows we're there. Client is paying our partner. Partner then pays us. And with the reseller arrangement, there's basically no curtain. Same situation where the client is paying our partner, partner is paying us, and then we would then be out in the open and talk to the client. And here's a testimonial from Avi, one of our partners. Main Street ROI is a go-to partner for SEO and AdWords services. They manage the campaigns for our clients so we can stay focused on sales. As a result, Main Street has increased our capacity to take on more clients. Whenever we have a question, they get back to us right away, and they're also able to modify their plans based on our client requests. Main Street ROI has become an extension of our team, and we highly recommend their services. All right, one more case study. And this is that dual situation, white label and referral partner. And this is a marketing agency specializing in local SEO. And this partner was looking to white label on the SEO side. And they had 25 accounts, existing accounts that they needed immediate help with. And then they were also looking to expand to Google AdWords services, in which case that was going to be a referral situation. So what do we do? Provide white label services, again, quote, behind the scenes. That was for SEO. And then for AdWords, we were out in the open, and we were helping. In that case, since we were out in the open, we were helping on the sales side. So we were joining the sales calls with our partner to help sell advertising services, and then we would fulfill as well. And then what we also did with this partner, which is something that we did recently that really streamlined the project management. We actually set up an online project management system, and we had access to it, and our partner had access to it, and that allowed our partner to very quickly see the status of the client projects. As you can imagine, that's helpful when a client reaches out to you. If you're not the one managing the project, that can put you in an awkward situation where you don't know what's going on. But our partner then had access to the project management system, could very quickly see the status of a particular task, a particular project, and see when that, if it was completed or if it was going to be completed soon. So that kind of transparency made things a lot more efficient and reduced the stress level for our partner. And again, we helped this particular partner generate more revenue, resulting in over 100,000 in business. And that was within the first year of our partnership. And this is a quote from Robert, working with Main Street ROI as our fulfillment partner has not only allowed us to provide higher quality SEO services to our clients, but to also significantly expand our client base and the variety of services that we offer to our clients. They also helped us integrate AdWords campaign management as a service, and this has provided us with a new revenue channel while adding value to our clients' bottom line. Main Street ROI's team is knowledgeable, responsive, and flexible. I highly recommend them as referral or white label partners. I wish I had known about them years ago. All right, this next slide is just a breakdown of what I'm calling retail pricing. So this is what we, basically the price points that we set our services at for clients. These are just as a reference point. These are not set in stone, and that's why we have words like typical. So typical SEO fees would be $1,500 for the first month and $1,000 a month. But for smaller clients, we have gone down and reduced the scope down to $500 a month. And we also do provide some one-time projects on the SEO side, what we call an SEO tune-up. So rather than ongoing SEO work, we would just do a one-time project. Those are typically in the neighborhood of $1,500 to $2,500, but that does depend on basically the size of the site. On the AdWords side, typical setup fees are $500, and then we generally are going to recommend a landing page unless the client already has a well designed and with strong sales copy, which is generally not the case. So generally, setup is about $1,000 for both the campaign setup and the landing page, and then ongoing management would be $500 a month for any ad spend below $5,000 a month. So generally, our clients are spending about $1,000 a month in ads. Our management fee is $500, so the total fee to the client would be $1,500 a month. And again, that just highlights the transparency. A lot of agencies would just say that, hey, we recommend a $1,500 budget, and it's not very clear, how much of that's going to ads, how much is the management fee. Facebook ads is the same thing as far as pricing. And then WordPress development, we can help with smaller websites. We don't have in-house capability to do e-commerce sites or very large scale development. And you can see just typical WordPress development would be around $2,000, not including content. So if the client needed content, both text and images, then the total price would go up. And then email marketing, that depends on email frequency, how many emails we're drafting and sending. Typically $800 setup. Again, that depends on what's already set up. Assuming nothing's set up, it's going to be about $800 and then about $500 a month. And then social media management, again, depends on frequency, and that's in the neighborhood of $500 to $1,000 a month. And you can see referral partner commissions at the bottom. We pay 10% of the revenue generated for the first 12 months. And the way that works is payments are sent on the 15th of the month. So we're actually sending payments today for revenue that was generated in March, or sorry, in February. So the previous month's revenue, all the clients that were referred in February are paid on March 15th. Another question here from Greg. Do you write the copy or work with the partners on copy? So Greg, if you just clarify what copy. So on the advertising side, we draft the ads. We for landing pages, we draft the landing pages. We also develop the landing pages, but we also are happy to work with the client as well as our partners on the copy. But generally speaking, we would write it, and then as needed, get feedback from the client as well as our partner. And then we don't go live with anything until we get the client's approval. And I added this slide just to clarify white label partner pricing. So there's a basic formula here. The retail price, so that's what the client is paying, is going to be what we call the Main Street ROI budget. So that's what our budget is to fulfill, plus your agency markup. So if you're selling SEO at, let's say, $750 a month, and our budget is $500, and you're making $250 a month, that's, you know, your markup. This is totally hypothetical, but just wanted to clarify how that would work and how we see things, because basically in a white label situation, the client is paying the partner, and then the partner pays us our budget for the project. And we can certainly help with pricing if that's necessary, or if you'd like help. We also help on the sales side as far as creating proposals. We can create branded proposals, both documents as well as presentations. If you don't need help with pricing, if you already have that figured out, you know the price points that you want to sell at, then we just need to know our fulfillment budget. So if you know you're going to sell at $1,000 and our budget is $500, you know, we don't even need to know that what you're selling it at, but we do obviously need to know what our budget is, what you're going to pay us, and then we're able to scope out the work to fit that budget. All right, so next steps, pretty straightforward here. I'm going to show a poll. So if you are interested in talking to one of our marketing advisors, you can select, yes, I'm interested, and then we would have what we call a discovery call. That's basically to determine how we would best work together, whether that's referral, in a referral relationship, or a white label, or both. Then we would have an agreement, most likely sign an NDA, and then we'd have a call to introduce your team. If you have a sales team, get those introductions out of the way, and then we'd get started. All right, let me close this out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, looks like most people voted. All right, so we've got Q&A here. I see some questions. All right, Chris asked a great question, which is commitment. And basically, we don't set the terms from a white label standpoint. Our partners set the terms, and then we work within those terms. So if you are selling, let's say, SEO services, and you're locking your clients in at 6 months, then you know you've set that up. That's great, and then ideally we would then work together in that 6-month commitment. But at the end of the day, if your client stops paying you, you know, we need to respect that, and you're going to stop paying us. So we on the white label side, we're not setting the terms for you. You're basically in the driver's seat as far as the terms of that deal and the commitment. On the referral side, and what we generally do ourselves when we're selling these services, on the SEO side, we do a 6-month commitment, and on the advertising side, for existing advertisers, we like a 6-month commitment as well to have more of a long-term relationship. For brand new advertisers, we don't have a set 6-month commitment, just because new advertisers, small businesses, they don't have big budgets, and sometimes, you know, they need to stop advertising for whatever reason. And in those cases, if it's a new advertiser, we'll just stop work if they need to pause ads for whatever reason. So new advertisers, we don't lock them in. For existing advertisers, we shoot for that 6-month commitment. And on the SEO side, again, we shoot for that 6-month commitment. So that would really only matter on the referral side. On the white label or reseller side, where the partner is paying us, we don't lock the partner in just because we don't expect you to pay us if the client is not paying you. Gene, yes, we will definitely follow up with the recording. Generally, we get that out within about 24 hours. John, I'm going through your question right now. It's a little bit long, so bear with me. All right, John, I look forward to talking with you, sounds like in April or May. All right, I think I answered all the other questions. But if there are any more, let me know. I can stay on. If there aren't any more, I do have a reminder to please complete the brief survey after the webinar. So when I close out, you'll get automatically redirected. I believe there are only 3 questions, mainly to get your feedback on this webinar. There's also a question just if you're interested in learning more, and if you have any advice for improving future presentations. All right, I don't see any other questions, so we'll close it out. And again, please complete the brief survey and enjoy the rest of your Thursday and have a great weekend. Take care.